And welcome back to episode 81 and a Thanksgiving Eve episode of the Hit the Showers podcast presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Fuck Malcolm King. And I got the family with me this evening. OG Mike Brown in the building.
What's happening? Shower heads, what's going on?
Yeah, it's another one. Another one in the books. We got Coach Mike Reggie in the building. What's popping?
What's going on? It's been a minute. I'm done hiding from my coming about the Buffalo Bills and how they've completely fallen apart.
Listen,
bye week.
We thought
they did still manage to fuck up the Jets. So
what you should.
Let's be clear.
You should.
I like that. He said beat the Jets.
They went from
hey man, that's a divisional game, baby. That's still a divisional game.
That is a divisional
game. Okay. I see you.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all went from Ivan Drago to Rocky real fucking quick.
Right. Well, it's because that's the position we prefer to play from.
Right.
We're better
see
as
if y'all can yo Adrian into the conference championship.
Right.
Y'all should have been there last year.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about that. That's in the past.
I mean, they were in the conference title last year. They lost in the AFC title game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I meant. Not the conference.
You mean the big dance? You know, if we had gone to the big dance,
get there.
You know what happens in the big dance to the Bills. So.
Right. At least get there. Then we'll talk about the Super Bowl. We talking about the whole thing, not the conference.
Right. No, I get
the
it.
division. I'm tripping.
And how the fuck the Patriots have managed to jump the Bills in the division is insane. But
are y'all really?
It's because there hasn't been divisional games yet. And they have one more win than we do because they haven't had a bye week yet.
Okay.
Well, let's jump into some news and give Mark's punk ass a few more minutes. What y'all think about this Rams settlement, the $290 for the move? You didn't hear, but I said $290, $790 million that they pay in St. Louis.
I mean,
moving.
It's kind of necessary, right? Like at the end of the day,
you took your club and left.
Cities invest a lot of money in those teams,
right?
Between tax credits, tax breaks, building new stadiums, all that kind of shit. And they always cut the teams a break when they're doing it with the intent that they stay.
Right.
Now, at the end of the day, when you don't stay, that's a problem.
Yeah.
They deserve to get their money back.
Is that a $790 million problem?
Yes.
How much money? How much money did they make in that time that they were there?
Right.
I mean, I don't know the conditions in St. Louis, so I don't know. Like, when did they build a new stadium? What did they do to, what were the incentives given? That's all business, man. That's all business.
Yeah.
There should be contracts and those kind of things in place that basically dictate what the terms of something like that are. Because at the end of the day, if they're spending like $1.5 billion to build a new fucking stadium, yes, they deserve to recomp that money. Should the team decide to leave?
That make me feel like it's the $790 enough.
Well, and again, I don't know the specifics of the St. Louis situation. So I don't know when they built a new stadium, what the incentives they were getting were. But the Rams were pulling in money. Like they were a profitable team. They were there for a long time. Like at the end of the day, that's it's business, but the city deserves to get its money back, especially if there was a new stadium in the picture. And again, I don't know the specifics there, but building a new stadium is usually like $1 billion thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now, my next question is, do you think that the settlement came from the fact that they think that if they took it to trial, they would have gotten the ruling in their favor?
As far as to stay in the city or leave?
As far as them leaving the city, taking the Rams to LA, like, do you think that St. Louis was going to get more if they'd said, nah?
Probably. Because you got to imagine, who runs the courts? That's city and state officials that are running.
Right.
Like I'm sure that goes. I'm sure there's a level of federal there, but that's
right. I didn't think of it from that. That's listen.
Like that's how the game is played. When you playing against the house, you better be ready to make some concessions.
So why wouldn't they? So why wouldn't they hold out then?
Why wouldn't the city hold out?
Yeah.
Probably because it would cost them just as much money to prosecute and do all that kind of shit.
Right.
Nobody puts the bad press that goes along with that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Plus, it keeps the hurt, like the emotional side of it. You want to settle to be done so that if you can bring in a new team, that you can do it. If you continuously remind people that they were abandoned by the Rams, I mean, look at fucking Cleveland, man. Everybody there still hates Baltimore for the same reason.
You're right.
No shit.
You're right.
Those feelings
They
of
left in the middle of the night.
Right. They ducked out middle of the night, gone.
Loaded up the Mayflower and got the hell out of there.
Man. You can't even really say that because they created a whole new team for them motherfuckers.
Oh, they did. I mean, they did.
They created a whole new team. They didn't even like break the team up. They just left.
Yeah.
Well, they left, but they kept all the infrastructure. They kept the players, the infrastructure, all that shit.
Right.
They just put a new color on them.
Yeah.
And that was probably a smart idea. I mean,
couldn't have Browns and Bengals.
Right. You couldn't call them the Baltimore Browns.
No.
Or the Baltimore Bengals.
Cleveland. There's a reason, right?
Yeah, no. I don't even know where I was going. I had something that you said that I wanted to. What did you just say? Oh, about the Ravens going to the Browns. I know you said that wasn't good. Yeah, you can't change you can't take the Browns there because wasn't it named after somebody or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you can't take that name.
Even though that would sound better, the Baltimore Browns would sound better than the Cleveland Browns. But then you got.
I mean, I get your alliteration there, but.
But then you got your Cleveland Steamers, so the Browns make sense. What about Aaron Rodgers being out with a fractured toe?
With that toe, man, he's been
old.
Yeah, he's been saying something about it. It really hurts him. So he's been saying something about it. So it must really hurt.
So wait, is this will be his second week in a row that they'll have to put Jordan Love in there?
I think so.
Because he didn't. Aaron Rodgers wasn't back from COVID last week, was he?
Yes, he was.
He was.
Yeah. That's why he re-injured that toe last week. So they got the bye week. They got the bye week. Then after the bye week, he's supposed to hopefully get better.
I mean, I'm sorry. You could play with a broken toe. You put a metal fucking brace around it.
Man.
You're fine.
Woo.
You can play with a broken toe. Man up.
I don't know. It's Aaron Rodgers. I don't know.
He already didn't want to play to begin with in Green Bay, so
right, but he paid. So
it's a really good duck out right here.
I'm sure we don't got Ronnie Lott out there. Is all I'm saying. He's not gonna cut that motherfucker off.
And I mean, they're winning, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
They playing the Rams this week, though.
Okay, that could get ugly.
Yeah, they playing the Rams this week, but at the same time, do you want a guy like Jordan Love in there and he only got one start?
I mean, no, that's not ideal, but at least you have a way to write it off in terms of the storyline, right? Like, oh, Rodgers was out. We were out of quarterback. It was the backup. Not a big deal that we lost that game.
That's a good point.
Cop out.
Yes,
and then also what it allows you to do is it allows you to negate it from a momentum perspective, right? Like, all right, we didn't win that one, but Aaron's back in a week. We're good.
Right. But he was what? He was a first round pick. He was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers' replacement.
I mean,
it's not looking good for him.
But did he do that bad? What was that game he played? He played against the Niners. Did he do that bad against them? Was it the Niners? Am I remembering correctly?
I couldn't remember who it was. I just
got
know
it written down here.
And they played Minnesota.
Well, I just know he's
It was Kansas City.
Oh yeah, yeah. He didn't. I mean, he didn't play
good. He didn't fare well.
He had 190 yards, and that was a 13-7 game.
Right. He didn't play good, but he didn't play bad in that game either. So
that sounds like a game manager stat to me, which is what they would do if you're playing him, right? Like from a backup, you're not going to open up the offense. You're not going to want to overwhelm him. 190 yards is decent. Like it's not, lighting it up by any means. It's not doing
what
That's not bad at all, though.
No, it's not. Right around 200 yards. That's a game manager stat line. And for somebody that's coming in for their, first, second, third start, whatever it was, first start this season, I mean, you can't expect much more than that. That's a decent line.
So with that being said, Iron Man, do you think you see Aaron Rodgers nut up and come in the game?
Not this week. Honestly, let's look it up. They are
not this week, and he's got that bye week after this week, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I don't know Green Bay's schedule.
I just heard them talking about it on the sports channel the other day. That's
don't give me the line.
Got Rams, and then they've got the bye week, so that'll give Rodgers basically 4 weeks to heal up, which 4 to 6 weeks is typically what a break requires.
Okay. And if they lose,
as long as they can break
at what 7?
My bet is, well, it'll put them at 7-4. 11 weeks, right? 7-4.
Well, who did they lose to?
They lost to New Orleans week 1, Kansas City week 9, and Minnesota week 11.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that game.
My gut says they're still standing, or they're still decent in the standings. Let's see. Yeah, they're still atop their division by far, so they can afford to lose a couple.
Yeah, kick me out of the recording again. Damn it.
The Rams being a non-divisional game, who cares?
Right.
Like it doesn't hurt them in the long run in terms of the playoffs and all that.
Yeah, that is the truth.
So Rodgers won't even contemplate coming in the game. He'll get his 4 weeks of rest. Should be enough to heal a toe break. And if it's not
fracture.
Right. Well, break, fracture, it's all.
Yeah, I guess it's the same with a toe.
Break is a little bit vicious, just a fracture.
Yeah, I mean, break the whole thing but a toe though, it's still a toe.
And then he'll come back for the divisional game against the Bears.
I just look at it like a crack in the. Yeah, of course, the way you're thinking, like if you see a toe going to the right, that's rough. But if you just got a fractured toe, like I feel like that's the same as any break of a toe, as long as it's not, all the way. You got to reset it anyway, unless it's just a light fracture, then it's good where it's at. It just got to heal.
Right. Well, and him holding up his toe to the camera or whatever, like.
I didn't see that. You saw that?
Oh, no, he did a video, like, it's on ESPN.com. Like, it doesn't even look that, like, it doesn't look bruised or anything. So, man the fuck up, take your week off, take the bye week, come back ready to play against the Bears, and hope that Justin Fields doesn't make you look silly.
He just got ugly feet, is what it is.
Hey, Mike, is Justin going to be back, though?
That's what I was about to ask.
No, that's a good question.
You took the words out of my mouth. I don't know even if he was healthy, I don't know if do you want him back?
They say the little ribs hurt on him, though. Fractured a couple of his ribs or something like that. I'm saying,
do you want him back even if he was healthy? I think Dalton was the guy. I think if you started Dalton, you'd have won that game.
If Fields wasn't busted up, I'd rather see him play the game than Dalton, really.
I don't know. Dalton was getting it moving.
Was he getting it moving? Okay, I didn't see. I just
Dalton was getting it moving. He threw for 2. And the only 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just feel like even in that game, Justin Fields threw for 79 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. at 36.4%.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done.
Right.
And he did it. Well, he did that with bruised ribs, though, or broken, or whatever.
I mean, I don't really give you points for that, right? Because if your ribs were bruised and you were planning on making, like, if you were the key factor of a victory, I feel like you throw for more than 79 yards.
True.
You know, like that just lets me know you could have sat that game out with those bruised, fractured ribs, whatever you got.
Right.
Just sit it out and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, you've been, I don't know, he's teetering, in my opinion. He's teetering on the good, or I won't say bad. I won't even say good. I'll say expected. Well, some is expected him to do awful, so I guess I can't expect it.
Well, and they've also confirmed that his ribs weren't broken. Like that was the
they're not broken.
Monday was that they were not broken. So
they just got some bruised ribs.
Yeah. So again, same as I said to Aaron, and Aaron's old. Like, he's got excuses. Justin, you young buck.
Right.
Suck it up and go.
And it's your foot. Like, your foot is different than your ribs.
But if you get hit by a truck over and over again, your ribs are gonna hurt.
But ain't you the mobile guy?
True.
Yeah, until you get hit.
Don't get hit. Get out of that pocket. Throw it away. Do everything that a quarterback does. Like, but that's another thing. I think that he got thrown into the fire too soon.
Exactly. This is just his first year, huh?
And I don't think that he was ever good enough collegiately for you to think that you could start him first year in the NFL.
Man, he did what, a 2-year? He did a 2-year skid over there. Yeah. And within his first season, they felt like he was NFL material.
Well, was it his first season? Because his first season was first half of season was in Georgia, wasn't it?
I didn't know if he transferred or not.
Yeah, he transferred from Georgia to Ohio State.
Okay.
And I mean, he was doing decent in Georgia, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they would have had him as NFL quarterback.
So he really got what, a year and a half in it, if that. As far as going to the NFL, being a pro quarterback from college.
Oh yeah, level. Yeah, I'd say a year and a half. Yeah. I'd say a year and a half, right? Because your transfer and all that had to go through. You ain't play,
right? You
ain't play a full season and then go to Ohio State and play a full season,
right? So Chicago, they was just looking for a savior, They really were.
But that's the ignorance of Chicago that you would put it in a guy like Justin Fields, especially knowing, and this is not a knock on my squad, but especially knowing Ohio State quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's the system that they play in. They don't play in a pro style system.
I think your boy might be the first NFL quarterback that Ohio State's put out in a while. The Quinn Ewers dude. I think he's gonna be the first legit pro quarterback that Ohio State's put out, because he's not running. I'm not running.
Yeah, and I'm not willing to write Fields off yet. Like, I think he can. I mean, first year does not have help up front.
No. Right.
No.
Yeah, that's a tough situation that's why I said just to throw him in that fire, that's rough.
Right. That's definitely trial by fire.
You're right.
And Matt Nagy's system is, man, it's going through some changes right now. Yeah. Let's say.
That's tough though.
It don't be like he'll be coaching here pretty soon.
Yeah.
They let the cat out the bag the other day.
But I'll say just to wrap up, since Les ain't on here that game. The only reason the Ravens won once again is because they didn't start Andy Dalton. Period. That's all I can say. The Tyler Huntley, though, he did look good for the Ravens. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Their little backup, he threw for 219. Right. He threw for 1 interception, but he put them in position to win that game. They wouldn't have been close on them field goals if he wouldn't have got them there. He did his thing. I will say that. To not throw a touchdown. But yeah, that's the only thing I can say about that game is if they'd have started Dalton, they'd have won it. Especially without Jackson in the game. Stop it. And I know that fucks me up, right? Because I was the guy that said that the only reason I was the only one that picked the Bears last week. And I picked the Bears because I said I feel like Fields has a big enough chip on his shoulder that he's going to try to match Jackson. Yeah. Jackson didn't play. He couldn't match Huntley, apparently because of his ribs or whatever the case may be. But I don't, like Mike said, that's not a good enough excuse.
No.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers break their hand and fight, and then they say, well, God gave you 2. So why can't you get it done with some bruised ribs? I think they should start Dalton for the rest of the season and let Fields learn a little bit from him. You're
not too big on Fields, are you?
I mean, I wish him the best. Like, I want him to be good because he comes from Ohio State, but I just don't think he's ready. Like, just honestly, I don't think he's ready. But with that being said, I'll say the same thing about the guy that I said I thought would be the best rookie quarterback out of all of them. I'll say the same as Trey Lance. You're just not ready. You're not ready.
No, and he got hurt too, didn't he?
Yeah, but it's just you're just not ready. You got to see the game from a different, perspective. You can't come in here only seeing the game from behind the center of a college player and then expect to do the same in the NFL. No, look at you.
Right.
Unless like what I'm sure Malcolm was about to say with his fuck ass.
Yeah.
Unless you're Mac Jones, but I also feel like Mac Jones came into a good position. It wasn't just, if you'd have put Mac Jones in Chicago, Mac Jones only would have played 3 seasons in the league. And they'd have let him go.
I like him with New England. I think he's putting a pretty good system with Josh Daniels, Bill Belichick. I mean, they're two monsters, man. Got to give it to him.
And he looks good.
Yeah.
What was you about to say, Mal? What was you about to say?
I was going to say, number one, I want to say what's going on, fellas.
Right.
All right.
And number two, I'm late. But I did not hold back, even though I'm late. I just wanted to also say number two, it's a definite good week to be a Raider, as always. Just win, baby. Just win, which y'all clearly are not capable of doing. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But hey, we didn't already
stones.
We didn't already talk about we didn't already discuss my 40-point Eagles, right?
It's all right. No, we did not discuss them yet, but it's all right because we still got to take an L to get your record. We still have to lose to match your winning, quote unquote, for the audience.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on.
Whoa.
Mike, hold on. No, not you, Virgis. You're Virgis.
Okay.
This is White Mike. Mike, just a man I wanted to see. It's been a while and hit the showers.
It has, and I'm already in college.
I also wanted to say
trash coming out of the bye week.
I just wanted to hear Bill's Mafia one time for the one time.
I said they went from Ivan Drago to Rocky, real fucking.
I mean, Mike, I know I missed it, man. But on a serious note, what's going on? I mean, what's happening in Buffalo?
So honestly, I'm going to blame myself because I haven't watched the games the last 3 weeks. That being said,
I get
special
that.
teams. It's special teams. So, like, special teams and turnovers, and that's the story anytime a team is struggling. And so the Bills missed 2 field goals. They fumbled a fucking punt that set everything else in motion. So the punt, they got the ball punted to them, fumbled it, and it was just a bad day.
Just looked like shit.
That was a bad day.
They like shit, didn't they, Mike?
Allen threw 2 interceptions.
Right, and Allen threw 2 interceptions. Now, they were deep balls, so they kind of were like punts anyways.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I think the defense had hit a point where they're just like, fuck it, man, we're done.
Yeah. Kind of like our situation, you know.
Listen, but you can't count for somebody. Their Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor. You can't account for somebody to do something like that.
Well, you can, because fucking what's his name did it to us in Tennessee 4 weeks ago.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though, like,
Derrick Henry's supposed to do that. I think Cliff's saying.
Hold up,
Jonathan
real quick.
Taylor.
No, I'm with you, but at the same time, the Bills have gone from being a good run defense team to being an awful run defense team. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. They have the same players that we've had for 2 or 3 years there, and they've done better against the run. So I don't know what the fuck's happening. I think what has happened is they have started to change things on the edge because they wanted to focus more on getting the pass rush after what happened in the playoffs last year. And in doing so, they have become a better pass rushing defense, but have given up their run rushing defense. So now it's like, it is what it is. And, if you can't stop the run, you're not gonna make it far in the playoffs. You're not gonna make it far in the league.
You hear that, Gus Bradley?
Listen, we in the same boat. We can't do nothing.
We need some defense, bro. We need some defense, bro. I'm just gonna tell you now. We need some defense. That's all. I mean, they're getting ran on. Joe Nixon.
Y'all need more than that, Mike Brown. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Cliff and I discovered that y'all's interim head coach. What was it, Cliff?
The offensive coordinator for the New York Giants.
He's a special teams I thought he's a special teams coordinator for the Raiders.
I think he's the offensive coordinator for.
What are you talking about?
Coordinator for the Raiders' new head coach is
interim head coach.
Coordinator.
Versace or whatever.
Tony Sperano.
Well, he ain't gonna be the coach.
Oh, then that ain't him then.
Right.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Rich Bisaccia.
Yeah. That's him. How you said it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he was the special teams coordinator before he got promoted.
Right, he was.
Yeah, that ain't the dude I'm thinking of. That ain't the
So what are you saying? I mean, Nick Foles is coming or what?
No, I'm saying y'all got problems all around. Mike Mayock's your GM. He's supposed to be the draft board guru for the college
Here
draft.
we go. Here we go.
Your interim coaches, y'all are the bad news bears. Your interim teams coordinator.
Okay. Talk about y'all coach. What's he talking about? Daisies and flowers and pumpkin pies and shit?
Hey,
what's he talking about?
If he wants to discuss daisies and flowers and help put up 40 points coaching with a
40 points? Oh, come on.
That's fine. And might I mention, since we're on this topic, is anyone aware that Jalen Hurts is putting up similar numbers to Lamar Jackson at this rate?
Yeah, I saw the stats.
But he's third in a row, ain't he?
I'm just saying.
I mean, he's saying he's keeping up. I'm saying he's about third place, ain't he?
I don't know what he is. There goes Les.
Look at this. Are y'all in the worst conference or no? Say that. I'm sorry, Les. 1 second. Malk, are y'all in the worst conference or no?
Oh, we are. Absolutely.
Right. So shut the fuck up. Now left. Nice
Somebody's got to win.
Young brother, how you feeling on this Turkey Day Eve?
Yeah, man, I'm chilling, man. What's going on? Wow.
Right.
Yeah. Where were we? Were we anywhere? We bouncing around.
I was just
bouncing around. We was
The real question is.
Yeah, what's the real? Let's talk.
When's your boy coming back? Cause y'all need him.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope he show up on Sunday.
When's he coming back? Y'all need him.
Yeah, your boy Huntley was looking shaky.
I mean, he wasn't bad though for his first. Just to throw him in there, we was just talking about that 219.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. He put him in there to get the wins. If he didn't throw for what he threw for, y'all wouldn't have got the win.
I mean, yeah, you one dimensional. If you don't throw the ball, I mean, they're gonna blitz. And hope you make a mistake and then survive off of the mistake. So, yeah,
That's what they was doing. I don't know if they was touching him as much as they should have been, but they were definitely trying to hurry up his offense. But like I said, the only thing I can say about that game is, I mean, without Lamar, if they put Andy in, it was over for y'all.
Yeah,
if
man.
Andy started that game, it was over for y'all.
Yeah, man, he needed to come back. He said he had an illness, so it was undisclosed on exactly what it was. But yeah, come on, Lamar, we need you, buddy.
You know it's COVID. The only reason why it's undisclosed is because they don't want him on protocol. So they
they don't want him to get tested, so everybody around him has to get tested. And yeah.
Right, but you know it's COVID. Protocols. Stop playing. We know that.
Man, same reason. Hey, by the way, same reason we tell the kids on the team not to get tested. You're not feeling well, go home.
Right.
Shit cost us a game week 3.
Yeah, nah, we'll see what's up. I mean, I just think I think Hollywood Brown was out too, though. I think we had a couple injuries, legitimate injuries. Yeah. So, I mean, I like Freeman. I like the Mark Andrews connection. So, hey, keep doing what we do. And what we do, we win games. So, I mean,
hey.
Les, I'm sorry. Who's your team again?
Be more Nation. You know, we win games.
Okay. Now I know how to get at you
then. Yeah, we lost to the Raiders and we start on.
Right. As long as you mention that, that's cool.
Every blind squirrel finds a nut.
Well, we must have found one on the Ravens.
We found one on you too.
And you haven't found one since. That's what I'm saying.
We found one on you too.
Yeah.
Like I said, we still got to lose to match your record. So.
And that's barely. Hey, remember, don't jinx yourself. Remember, we discussed the rest of y'all season game wise.
I mean, come on, we're not jinxing ourselves. It's what it is, bro. It's what it is.
We gonna have a tied record after the end of this week. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Who's the Raiders playing this week?
Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Automatic loss tomorrow. Automatic loss tomorrow.
We gonna have our record's gonna be the same.
Who's gonna stop? Yeah, right. Because, bruh, what?
Y'all can't beat the Cowboys.
We got the Giants on Sunday. That's gonna be an easy win.
Oh, okay. Believe that. They got rid of Jason Garrett.
NFL.com got that as an upset.
Yeah. They got rid of Jason Garrett. Now they're gonna open that offense up now.
Yeah, I'm about
my nigga Kadarius versus
who got an answer? Who got an answer for Devontae and Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders
and Daniel
and our offensive line was pancaking dudes last week. Had highlights everywhere. Offensive line was knocking everybody down. Everybody, and they're a weak ass offensive line in a weak ass division. The more you hate, the more we win. So
let the hate flow through you.
Come on, yeah.
Right. Hey, Mike, where's that poo-poo Raiders at for the one time?
Man. Talking about the Mighty Red Raiders, fuck you.
Man, y'all just be lucky that
poo fucking Baylor, fuck you. And
fuck
everything.
Y'all just be lucky the Eagles don't play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, or it'd be a new tradition.
Exactly.
They take the eagle off the back of the quarter, the dollar, all that, because we be eating eagle for Thanksgiving.
We be flying with turkey. Our defense has been stepping up lately.
What you mean, Darius Slay?
Darius,
he's only one.
Oh, if you want to talk about it, but it's not just been him.
Darius Slay.
The whole defense has been stepping up.
Ran back a pick 6 in the last 2 or 3 games.
Right. Okay. Right. No, he had a fumble recovery on one, but yeah, he did a pick 6 on another. Yeah,
he's looking good.
Defensive line's been getting pressure on the opposing offenses. I mean, we look all right as a defense. We look all right. I'm surprised.
I mean, so y'all gonna do the Philly special again?
What? We don't need to. We got. Hold on.
I can't tell.
Did y'all not see Jalen Hurts break it? He made somebody on the Saints. Oh my goodness! One of their defensive linemen. He went flying. About broke his ankle.
I hate Jalen Hurts juke. I hate it. It's a hard. It's not even a juke. It's a hard plant. Like hard
like
plants to one side and like then goes to. But he doesn't juke. He doesn't shift. He hard plants and then pushes off of that hard.
That's
plant.
Dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. I hate it. It bothers me every time I see it. I'm looking, and then if he gets hit off of that hard plant,
oh yeah, that's over with.
Man, I just can't stand it. Every time I see him do that little juke he does, I just think like, oh my gosh.
We still got Gardner Minshew, worst case scenario, the third.
Well, y'all better be where like the field goal kicker, get him the net. Get Gardner the net. Yeah. Right? Because he need to be warming up. That fucking hard step drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no good.
But I'm sure he'd juke everybody. Because you would think if you step in that hard, you're definitely going to that direction.
Right.
And then here he goes, pushing off of it. I hope he learns to loosen that step the older he gets.
He's going to have to.
Because when he gets a few years older and he makes that hard cut, he can be a Dak Prescott real quick. Off no hit at all. Just that hard step, popped his Achilles, he's over.
Torn MCL, out for the season.
Listen, I hate it. Somebody needs to be telling him in film, like, stop that step.
Cut it out.
Like, just stop it. You're too athletic to be doing that.
Yep.
You gotta start a baseball slide or some shit like Russell Wilson.
I see why they used to say back in the day they used to make certain players take ballet. Because that's a perfect ballet situation. You're stepping with your whole foot, not even a point of your foot, not even a ball of your foot, your whole foot, and you're making your next reaction off that full plant. That just sounds stupid. Like, just even me explaining it sounds dumb. And you're an NFL player. It bothers me. I hate it. I hate seeing him do that. And I hate that he has coaches that allow him to do that.
What are we talking about? Juke step?
Jalen Hurts.
We talking about that juke step he's got?
Yeah, that hard plant. It just he's stupid. Mike is stupid.
Mike Wishaw had him in Raider Nation.
Yeah, no, he is a good quarterback. He's impressive. He's leaps and bounds above what I thought he would be this season.
Oh, I know he is. And I told you he's everything he would be. I told you before the season.
I have no problem saying that.
I like you, boy. Hurts is a good quarterback. I like him.
He's great.
He controls
will
the tempo.
Be great. I won't say he's great now, but he will be great.
Thank you.
If he don't hard step his way up out the league.
So I just want y'all to explain, kind of like Mike did, what's the Raiders situation lately? I mean, what's the issue? Let's get to the call.
Okay, here we go.
I'll tackle this.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
First of all, everybody knows we got a quarterback issue. Okay. It's either going to be Marcus Mariota or the next best thing. It's coming. That's all I can say. It's coming to the Raiders. Yes.
That's definitely not it. I mean, that's not it at all. I mean, I feel like that's definitely a hard issue. But it comes down to, I feel like I don't want to point out to just one, right? But I feel like our linebacker core isn't the best.
Right.
We don't have, and that's why they can rush on us so much. We don't have a good run defense because of our linebackers. We don't have any coverage linebackers, so when they send a tight end like Kelsey or anybody like that out there, it's cooked every time.
Barbecue chicken.
Every time.
Yeah.
Is that the curse of Khalil Mack being let go a couple years ago? Is this
no, I don't think that has anything. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
He's hurt right now for the season anyway.
He's been hurt for y'all if he was there.
Well, it doesn't matter because right now Ngakoue on NFL.com is listed as number 3 on number 1 disruptors in the league. He's ahead of Myles Garrett.
Is that cuz that came from Baltimore?
Yeah.
See,
and Max Crosby's on the list at number 8. So they got 2 on the list on the Raiders. And I do think when they're both on, it's a problem, but it's tough. You know, they're not on every week.
Well, and you made comment earlier, and I'm just thinking through it. Like, you were talking about how they've struggled against the run, and I wonder if it's a little bit of the same situation, although if you're saying they can't cover the tight end or whoever's in the slot either, it doesn't really apply. So, like, what the fuck is their linebacking core good at that point? Like, I actually think that the Bills overreacted and over course corrected to getting torched by tight ends last year. And so they went with more pass defense linebackers, outside linebackers versus run stoppers. That's why they've gotten worse against the run. That on top of the fact that we've got 2 offensive linemen and 2 defensive linemen out right now. So it's
a smart assessment.
So I wonder if we're in just a period right now that after, the last 4 or 5, and let's face it, football is cyclical, right? So after the last 4 or 5 years, introducing the RPOs, introducing the quick pass game, all of that, defenses are starting to compensate.
Right.
So offenses now have to change what they're doing. And what you're seeing is a back to old school run the football type mentality. Now, you're still doing it out of shotgun and you're still doing it out of like zone concepts, but you're seeing a little bit of you're seeing a fair amount of like pulling guards, tight ends. You're seeing a return to like the 3 tight end fullback type set.
Right.
And so at that point, like if what you have built your team on from a defensive standpoint is to stop the pass, and now teams are fucking you up with the run, like you got to be able to find balance. I think there's been an over course correction in defenses in the NFL.
I agree.
Okay, Mike.
That's a good assessment.
Okay, Coach Michael.
Mike.
That's hard. Okay, so let me switch up the question.
All right.
What is your favorite defensive formation that you find gives struggle?
So personally, what I like to run,
I know it's kind of situational, but you know what I mean.
Well, and as a defensive coordinator, I've always run a multiple system.
Right.
Problem is you got to have the talent to run a multiple system. Like you've got to be able to adjust you've got to have an outside linebacker that is just as comfortable putting his hand in the dirt in order to make that effective, or you've got to have the right personnel to bring in and out. Now at the NFL level, you should have the right personnel to bring the fuck in and out. At the high school level, I don't have that luxury.
Right.
My preference is to run a 3-4 because you can morph into everything else from a 3-4.
Right.
3-4, you can bring 2 extra guys off the edge and you're in a bear front.
Or you're bringing one of them middle linebackers up, like you said, to put their hand in the dirt if you see the... Right.
3-4.
Or you're dropping out an outside backer with a DB and now you're in a nickel package in a 30 stack. Or you're bringing one outside backer down, shifting the front a little bit, and now you're in an over or an under front with a 4-man line. Like, I think that is very difficult. And again, I'm speaking more from a high school coach perspective.
Right.
I would imagine it actually translates to multiple levels. Like, you're practicing against the front you're going to see. If you're going to see 4 or 5 different defensive fronts, 1, it's hard to get that look in practice. And 2, you don't know what I'm coming out in next. And that's actually something that the defensive coordinator that I'm under right now, he and I agree completely on. Like, I have always been somebody that runs multiple fronts, and he is the same way. And guess what? All of our terminology, all of our coverages, all of our language that we use around blitzes, stunts, all of that, none of that changes. It's just the personnel. It's just the starting alignment. Right. So we teach the same 6 blitzes and the same 2 or 3 coverages And then really the only thing that changes for the players in terms of what they have to learn is, all right, well, if this is base, I line up head up on the tackle. If this is Fox, I line up outside shade on the tackle. If this is Bear, I'm moving down to the guard. And that's the only thing they have to learn at that point. But you have to have the talent to be able to do that.
I mean, but it sounds to me like you also have to have the coaching staff.
Well, and this goes back to my often criticism of our beloved Buckeyes here in Ohio. Not well coached. Worry too much about going out and recruiting and getting all these 5-star guys, and then you're not able to develop them. You're not able to put them in a position to win. The NFL is a lot of the same thing, man. They're so worried about who are they going to sign, what's the talent they're bringing in. They're not developing players because the art of developing players has disappeared.
Yeah, that trips you out, right? Because it's crazy how the path you select can affect your career in the long run.
Right.
And that's going to be a lot more interesting now that you can get paid in college.
It is, and the flip side of that is what and this is a problem with sports overall right now. There is too much specialization. And I mean that at the youth level, this year-round basketball, year-round soccer, year-round baseball, the same thing is happening in football, but it's happening at a position-specific level. You've got guys now, and NFL has been notorious about this for 10 years. You've got a guy that can play a nose guard in a 3-4 defense, but he can't bump to the left and play a 1-tech or can't bump to the right and play a 3-tech on the outside shade of the guard or the outside shade of the center. Like, that dude should have no problem playing wherever the fuck you put him. And that's the problem, is that you don't see, like, there are specific guys. Like, you'll see a guy like JJ. You'll see a guy like Bosa move a little bit, either from the 5-tech on the shade of the tackle down to a 3-tech. But you're not going to see him move all across the line. Best players I've ever coached are and I had one of them this year, the guys that I can put in and put them anywhere on the line, and they're going to be fucking disruptive, because that allows me to dictate where the offense has to run, because they're going to run away from that kid.
Right.
Run away from that player. But if you don't have a guy that's comfortable moving in and out and is good enough to play multiple techniques, easy to isolate one player if he's staying in the same fucking place.
Yeah. True.
But if he's everywhere, he's just attacking everything.
Speaking of that, did you guys see Taysom Hill's contract and kind of like the outlines of it?
No.
I didn't know he even got signed.
So the Saints it's like the first time ever, but they're giving him a contract that's like made for a wide receiver / quarterback. So if he hits certain milestones at either or position, he'll get like bonus and incentives and stuff like that. I can look up the actual contract, but yeah, it's like one of the first ever contracts where you're paying him based off playing 2 positions, plus any like I said, incentives he may get based off of milestones he does at either position.
So wait, quarterback and wide receiver.
Yeah, he does both. So they gave him a position for both. Or I'm sorry, contract.
Actually,
for both.
I'm better at wide receiver. I think he's more of a problem.
Let me look it up.
When Drew Brees was there, and Taysom would go out, Taysom was getting the ball on a sweep. Taysom getting the ball on a drag. Taysom's getting the ball. He might even run a wildcat. You don't know what this motherfucker about to do. Like, I like that wildcat, like that wild card factor, man. I like it.
Well, it's the slat. I mean, it's funny. I'll go back to NCAA 2014 in the ESPN game. But you wanted that dude that was listed as ATH, right? You wanted that skill guy athlete that you could recruit and put anywhere. And my favorite thing to do in that kind of shit was to actually go in and create packages where sometimes he lined up at tailback, sometimes he lined up at slot, sometimes he lined up at quarterback. And honestly, if you've got a guy that is dynamic like that, fucking use him.
Right.
It's the same principle that I'm talking about on the defensive line. If I got a guy that I can put anywhere, I'm going to put him anywhere.
Gonna crush regardless.
So do we see those changes as we see the old guard in coaching move out of the NFL?
The question is can you get away from the legacy coaches, right? Can you not give it to guys like Urban Meyer who have proven that they don't want to fucking coach, they just want to be a general manager? Honestly, what we have right now is a lot of general managers and not a lot of coaches.
I can agree on that.
That makes sense.
You can see how certain organizations are being ran, and it's ran more like a general manager. A guy really don't know what he's doing. He's relying on his linebacker coaches and their offensive coordinator. What's the one guy who's Andy Reid down in Kansas City? He don't have an offensive coordinator. He is the offensive coordinator. Right. He is calling the plays. You got your McVay. He is the offensive coordinator. He is the head. So if these guys, and the thing about that is, if this team is not successful, who are they looking at?
There's one head. Right. But that's also why these head coaches do that. They're insulating themselves because then they can go around and say, well, I'm going to fire the offensive coordinator. Or I'm going to fire the defensive coordinator. Or I'm going to fire the position coach because they don't fucking care.
Gotta have a fall guy.
I guess it's not even I guess. It's a who you know system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Marvin Lewis stayed forever, so yeah, it's a who you know.
He didn't get shit done. He had one playoff win. Come on, man.
Listen,
he was a winning coach, but he only had one playoff game, bro. Come on,
man.
Well,
15.
What was you about to say, Les?
I said, dude was there for 15 years, man. One playoff appearance, and was in and out of there. Like, but yeah. Now go ahead. What's the next topic?
Now we went through a few games. I don't know if we ever said scores. Bengals, Raiders, of course. Shit.
Proud. Say it loud and proud.
32-13. That shit crazy, man.
How loud and proud you want me to be?
We gotta.
Bad is the Bills 41 giving up.
Yeah,
to the
Bills,
dude.
41-15. Yeah, that's about the same.
We gotta stop saying things are crazy and start being honest with ourselves, gentlemen, and start saying this is who we thought they were.
Oh, come on!
You know what I mean?
Get your own line.
I'm just saying.
Get your own line.
Are we really surprised?
That blow whistle.
I mean, look at the Bills in the Raiders' past 30 years of football history. I mean, we're really surprised.
The Bills and the Raiders, you're gonna put us in the same column like that?
Yeah.
We got trophies.
Eagles.
We got trophies. We got 3 trophies, bro. And you can name them.
See, you're dumb for saying the past 30 years. You should have said the past 5. That's all that matters.
Get him, Mike.
Yeah, but either way,
that might
go
be
back
6 by now.
Listen, but have you ever sent Mike? Don't you answer because we know you got to see at least one or so. But have you ever, Cliff, since you've been on God's green earth, got to see the Raiders win a Super Bowl ring?
I seen them be in it.
See them get ripped off.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying what? We seen them get ripped off. Tuck rules.
I can say at the end of they didn't get ripped off. Quit with that tuck rule.
Come on.
Hey, real quick, bro. I wanted to ask y'all that.
Be honest with yourself.
Have y'all heard or seen the Tom Brady / the Patriots special on ESPN Plus called Man in the Arena? Have y'all seen that? It's kind of like the last.
Go
dance.
ahead.
Kind of like the Last Dance, but in a football way. Based off the Patriots when Tom Brady was with them. It's pretty cool. I watched all episode 1, it's about an hour, and then episode 2's out now. It's about close to an hour. Y'all gotta check that out if y'all get time. ESPN Plus called The Man in the Arena. That shit's a good little documentary. They get some good insights to things like back then during that time, which you might have been like, well, you had no idea. You know what I mean?
I just wish I think we did say the Ravens-Bears score, the 16-13 Ravens.
Yeah.
I just wish.
What was our point?
Pick'ems?
On that thing,
Who won? Do we know?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me the crown.
This sounds fucked up already.
Give me the crown.
Mock's motherfucking ass guy.
Oh yeah. Who was that?
Couch, nigga. When you're rich,
That's what I'm saying, Mike.
couch, nigga. Fuck your couch.
Yeah, it was what? Let me see. Hold
Darkness is here. Darkness is here.
Light-skinned motherfucker.
Oh no, yeah. Listen, Les, you was just all off last week. You was 3-9.
Damn.
I was only
Les?
4-9.
What was my record then? I know I won, but what I finish up with? 50-50?
Nah, you was. You was 7-9 last week.
Oh. Less than 50-50. I'm like the NFC East.
Yeah, you was 7-9 last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you was only off on the Bills, Colts. We all picked the Bills.
As you should have.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And you was off on Panthers, Washington. We all picked Panthers.
Well, Washington did win that game, huh?
Yeah, Washington did the Panthers in pretty
got them
bad.
all. I got the Brown spread, but
They
still
suck.
only 4 for 9. I fucked
Did we
up
talk
last
about that?
week.
Did we talk about that yet with the Browns? Did we discuss the
Weak
Browns?
ass.
I know Brittany been dodging, but the Browns is trash. They ass.
Right.
Listen, I always thought I said the Browns was gonna be who we thought the Browns was. It's in the Browns lineage, right?
It is. It really is.
It's in the Browns lineage to fuck it up.
This is why
They're not
Baltimore
supposed to be.
left. They're like, we can't be associated with this shitty organization. We'll create our own. And look what we did. 2 rings, 20 years of existence. Well, actually, what is it? 22 now. But you know, we got some chips.
Y'all rattle it off, and then we gonna get back to these pick'ems, and we wrapping it up.
Yeah. But yeah, Baltimore. I mean, I didn't see the Baltimore and Detroit game. I'm sorry.
I watched some of
Detroit game.
it. Was sloppy as fuck.
Yeah, that's what
Sloppy as fuck.
it sounded like. Yeah, that was a bad game. And then yeah, what last night was Buccaneers. Oh, that was last night. That was Monday. Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, Buccaneers did them dirty. The Giants were who they say they were.
They definitely are. Listen, I don't care what somebody say. The Giants is trash.
Tampa Bay definitely did them in because Tampa Bay got their head smacked the other week, so it was time for the redo. So yeah.
Has anyone seen the Monday Night Footballs with Eli and Peyton?
No, but I've heard great. Man,
I've been watching clips. It looks fun. I've seen clips. It sounds funny. Kevin Hart was roasting Eli Manning the other day. That was pretty funny.
They've been having Phil Mickelson on. They had Phillip Rivers. They had your boy Dion. They had Tom Brady the one game.
Mm-hmm.
They've been having people on that shit, man. I've been watching. They had who was the one person they had on the one day? They having everybody on that bitch. That shit's live. I actually been watching the Monday night games.
Yeah. I like Peyton Manning. He's pretty funny. I like his personality as a host and stuff.
Yeah, they talk about the commentary. He talks about like the different play breakdowns, especially coming from a quarterback standpoint.
Right. That's what I like.
He's breaking down the play, like why you should go here and there and why the read is this. And it kind of gives you like an insight on football. It's like a little 101 on football, man. I kind of like it. You know what I mean?
Does anybody know any details? Does anybody know any details about the Everson Griffin situation in Minnesota?
Is it a contract thing or what?
No. There was. Mike, do you know anything you know about it? You'd be watching NFL Network.
Well, I didn't see it until later on, until you said something about it. But he 911 call, and he's okay, I guess.
He was acting suicidal or something.
They didn't say.
Something with mental health.
Yeah, probably so.
I hope the man's all right.
But he exited his home without any incident, so following the 911 call, so he might have some mental health issues going on.
Mike, what were you going to say?
Yeah, what was you about to say, Mike?
Huh?
Mike?
I'm finna start calling Malcolm Peter Parker.
Why you say that?
Because you always come with the alleged news.
No, that's out there. What you mean? It's on NFL.com.
I know it's out there. I see, but don't nobody know nothing about that. Can't nobody answer them questions.
Well, his teammates were speaking on it. What's his name? Dalvin Cook actually did a press conference. Well, part of his press conference, he spoke about it and was just talking. So basically, what I'm saying is, I've been seeing like Stephon Diggs. I've been seeing Dalvin Cook and a lot of guys come out more than ever lately talking about mental health and going through this and that and trying to bounce back and blah, 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 blah. I mean, do we think that as far as the NFL goes, that their mental health issues has contributed to the grind? I mean, or is
yeah, they never should have gone to a 17-week season. Like,
you don't think?
And I'm not trying to say like shorten the season too much, but I think there's an opportunity there, man. Like that's a long season, and there's nothing that prepares you for it. The most games that you may play, and this is if you're a D2 or a D3 player, the most games you're going to play in a season is 14. These guys are playing 16 weeks every year, and that's a grind, man. And that's not including the preseason. If they're playing preseason games, that's not including the playoffs. If you play playoff games, like there is nothing that prepares you for that level in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, I was part of the winningest program in my school's history in college, and we played 12 games. I can't imagine going through a 16-week or a 20-week or a 24-week season if you're playing in preseason games and then going all the way through. And on top of that, it's stressful stuff. And honestly, I'm grateful for the fact they're bringing some of that shit to the light and talking about it because, speaking as a white guy, mental health is not a big topic of conversation in the black male community.
Nah,
I didn't.
It's not. It's not for men in football either, right? But it's not. But that's not a male in football. Like that's not common, and there needs to be more discussion about it because guess what? Like people should feel comfortable going and getting help and not being stigmatized over it.
Well, I'm here to tell you, I deal with mental health every day. I'm going through it. I've been going through it. I just know how to, use my coping skills to get through it.
All right.
But it is rough. Believe me, if you don't talk about it, you don't know about it, and you don't know what to do about it. Right.
Yeah, and it's honestly it's something I deal with at the high school level. Like my guy, 4-year starter not a 4-year starter, but 4-year guy for me, 2-year starter, emotionally disturbed.
Yes.
And like learning how to talk to him about it and learning how to get him to recognize like, hey, I'm seeing red or whatever his signal is or whatever his trigger is and being like, dude, you've got to recognize that in yourself and give me a signal so I can get you off the field before you do something stupid and it costs you a game. Or you get thrown out of a game or some other coach pulls you. Like if I'm the one to pull you, I'll let you catch your bearings and I know the situation. But if another coach pulls you, it's out of my hands. So it's stuff like that. Like you've got to be able to recognize it and acknowledge it and figure out what your coping mechanisms are.
Right.
Coach is like a counselor at the same time because you're not just doing the sport like you said. You might be dealing with issues at home or whatever baggage.
Right.
I would imagine they motherfucking insurance that they got in that bitch covers all that shit.
There goes Cliff.
Oh, yeah. They just now started that covering the concussions and stuff like that.
Even if I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about a mental health counselor. Yeah. They keep them on jobs that we got, so I'm sure they got them on jobs they got.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
The question is, are you utilizing your resources? And I'm sure a lot of people aren't.
They might
a lot of people don't. A lot of people are scared to use their resources.
And I don't blame them for not. I don't. That's up to you. But I do agree with Mike that we have to come to a place where that's normalized in our community. I do agree there.
Could be discussed more.
Well, and I also think too, like this goes a little bit to my earlier conversation about coaches not being coaches anymore. Like part of the job, and Cliff, you know this, like Jeff, the Mind and Body Understanding podcast, has been a coach for 30 years, has been a counselor for 4 or 5 now. Like part of being a good coach is being able to be a counselor to your players,
Right.
being able to recognize when they're going through shit and being able to have enough of a relationship with them that they feel comfortable opening up to you. And even if they don't feel comfortable opening up to you, that they can at least acknowledge with you when something's going on.
Well, you know, at some point in your career, it becomes like a herd of cattle situation.
Right.
Where you don't even really know your coach. You don't get to him unless it's a situation.
Right.
Unless
Well, and
I either did great or I did awful. I'm not
Right.
going to meet him. I talk to them.
But again, that's because they're detached, because they're general managers and not coaches.
I agree. 100%.
Managers versus leaders.
Right.
That's tough. I mean,
All right, let's get to the pick'ems because we've brought this conversation way down.
Down that situation. God damn.
If you need help, go get it.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
get
what I was
into
for.
these Gobble Day picks.
Yes, sir.
These Gobble Days. We got we got the Bears Lions out the gate.
Throw them both away. It's a tie.
Ooh.
You know what?
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna write tie down for you. I'm not even gonna argue. I'm gonna just put tie.
Tie, bro.
That does sound like a tie, but
I'm gonna put a dog just to see how much I can get
That
off of
would
that.
be a good game on Thanksgiving if that turned out to be a tie.
That would be a fucking miserable.
I don't think so. I think both of them are lined up to be a good game.
We already seen a tie, Detroit and Pittsburgh. I called us, and there's gonna be a fucking tie. And lo and behold, there was one. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I called that out.
Down for Chicago by 10.
Chicago 10.
Chicago ain't finna tie these trash ass lines. Justin Fields.
No.
Detroit by 3.
I don't think
Detroit,
Justin playing.
Damn it. I was going to say the same thing. Detroit by 3.
Yeah.
Fields got hurt? Hold on. Fields got hurt?
Bruised ribs, man. He might be out.
Yes.
It's a fucking tie.
I'm still calling. Hey, they still got Andy Dalton. I'm still calling Bears.
I'm calling Bears 14.
I can see that.
I'm going to go the extra mile. The game is 0-0 at the end of regulation. Detroit kicks the onside, gets it. Puts up 3.
Pick 3.
Mike
You see,
even called the play-by-play.
3
Yeah.
off onside.
In overtime.
Fucking tie. I'm putting $1 on my tie. See how much money I can get off of it if I win.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, Raiders Cowboys.
You know who I'm going with?
To win.
Who
I
you
need
going,
the Raiders
Mike?
to win.
I'm going with the Raiders by 7.
Raiders 7.
Didn't sound confident, did I? I'm going with the Raiders
I
by
don't
7.
even know if I can go with the Raiders in this
I'm
one.
saying, man.
That Jerry world.
The way that
Wow.
Dak performed last week, I don't know. You might have a shot.
Let's see.
You get last week's Dak with 2.64 fantasy points, you might win.
I owe it to the viewers to be biased and
You know what? I'm calling Raiders in the upset by 6.
you said Raiders by 6.
I need y'all to win. I hope y'all win. I think on Turkey Day, I feel like Derek Carr's just.
That would be nice if we got the win on Thanksgiving, but I don't. If we do,
Hey, Cliff, why I feel the same way you do, man? What's going on? Why?
You know what? I don't care.
Poo Raiders.
That Raiders Wi-Fi.
I'm going Raiders 3.
All right. Win, lose, or draw.
Of course you. Wait, what did I say?
You said
You said 6.
Okay.
I'm going Raiders 3.
I'm gonna take them Cowgirls. I'm gonna say 10.
Yeah.
I hope Dak shows up for me. Cause last week.
Sorry.
No, you good, Mike.
Cowboys by 17.
Cowboys 17. Ooh,
damn, Mike. Damn, Mike. don't hold back your feelings, Mike.
Right. Okay, we got Bill Saints on the is my nigga back?
Who Kamara?
Kamara's still out.
Kamara.
Jameis.
He's out for the season.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
It's your boy Taysom Hill. So you got
no, they got that other dude,
Trevor
Simeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simeon ain't bad. He ain't look bad, but he ain't look
but
good.
He did throw a couple
You
pick
see
sixes
him against
already.
my Eagles?
Right.
Terrible.
He threw some pick sixes. You better.
I'm going with Bills by 14.
I second that. I'm gonna take 14 as well.
Bills by 7. I'm gonna go with the Bills by 7.
Hey, Mike, you check that injury report for that game. Is there anybody out besides the people we spoke about?
What are you talking about?
Bills.
Kamara?
Yeah, but without an obvious out. But so anybody else, like, don't say your boy Knox is out.
Even if
Knox is back.
Yeah, even if Taysom Hill is.
What about y'all running back? Is your running back good, Mike?
Singletary and Moss.
Singletary and Moss.
Singletary,
the ball the last 2 weeks, so I don't know what's up with them.
I'm going Bills 11.
They're not on the injury report.
11.
Oh, okay.
Bills 11. All right.
Let's see. Saints have a safety out, a D end out, an offensive tackle out, another D end out.
Damn, they got half a team. This is the game of next man up for sure.
Right? On both sides, really.
Yes.
The Bills realize that they need to get their shit together and win by 21.
Okay. Bills
21. Damn.
Yeah, man.
You better hope Josh don't throw that football and hit that cheerleader in the belly button. Big, powerful arm. Big, strong, powerful arm.
All right, now we got Malcolm Squad. We off past Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Malcolm, Eagles, Giants. How you see that going?
Philly cheesesteaks, 10 points.
Eagles in the win, of course. And I would say Eagles go ahead and win by at least 17.
Eagles 17 or?
I say 10.
Yeah, I got you. I'll put 17 down for this buster.
Yeah, 17.
Hey, might bust it.
Giants.
I'm going with the Giants by 10. And I'm saying that, Malcolm, because not that I don't like the Eagles, which I don't.
But,
right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang, it wasn't about Nick Foles, I'll tell you that. It wasn't about him. But I don't see you guys going anywhere, Malcolm. I really don't. not against the new Giants offensive coordinator.
You can't even say that with a serious face.
Jason Garrett ain't there no more.
That's even worse.
So what you're gonna do? Jason Garrett was there. Y'all scored 10 points.
I'm gonna say,
how are they gonna stop Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith?
Is Miles Sanders back or is he on IR?
It's
Miles
who?
Sanders is back.
Yeah, he was back last game. Yeah, I gotta be right. Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
3.
That's tough.
Those Giants ain't that
Now,
damn
Cliff,
good.
you know we're capable of putting up 40 points at any given time.
Oh my goodness!
Shut your fucking mouth.
Thank
There's
you.
40 points.
Eagles by
Eagles.
What
Eagles
y'all gonna run
10.
a Philly special?
Oh, we retired that.
Eagles by 13.
Yeah, we like them Philly cheesesteaks, man.
Yeah.
Mike said Eagles 13. All right, next one we got Jets Texans.
Lord,
Texans.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Who's playing
By
quarterback for the
7.
Jets?
That's a good.
I think they're wanting to start Flacco.
No, he was still over there dressed up. He wasn't suited up the last game.
I know. I'm saying this game. I
Flacco's
think they're
listed
wanting to start
starter.
Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco's
What'd you say, Mike?
Flacco is listed as the starter right now.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, I might change things.
Right. He's worse, man.
I mean, these are two win teams.
Oh yeah, they were worse.
Houston just won last week though.
I'm going Jets
Texans won
13.
Used to be somebody recently.
I'm going
Yeah, last week they won.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor.
That's a one-man band. Take him out the game. He's getting blown. Shit, I don't even know, bro. I might fuck around and go with the Jets. I don't know why though. Something's leaning me. Something's telling me that Jets is going. Man, Jets 3, man. I'm gonna just lock it in. Jets 3,
as much as it pains me to pick the Jets by 7.
Well, Zach Wilson's back this week, ain't he?
I don't know.
They're gonna start Flacco.
Huh?
Nah,
Oh, really?
don't try to throw motherfuckers off. Don't try to throw motherfuckers off.
Wow.
Jets 3 is fair. I did pick up on fantasy. I picked up that wide receiver. I think it's number 17 or something. I don't know his last name, but he been balling. We'll see what happens.
I don't know who number 17 is. Elijah Moore is what, 6? Or...
Yeah. All right, there you go. Yup. What's his number?
He's not 17. He's like 6 or something. He's a single digit number, whatever it is. I just can't think of it.
Fucking jersey, so we don't know what nobody wears anymore.
All right, well, let's move on. Browns, Ravens.
You already know. Be more in the building. Be more nation in the building.
Coming back.
It don't even matter. Ravens 6.
Lamar Jackson.
I don't know if he's coming back or not.
I said Ravens 6.
Yeah, Ravens 6, man. We showed we didn't need them. We're going to keep rolling without them. We're going to the playoffs. FC North champs right here, baby.
I think Huntley can get it down without him, too.
Hey, when he does come back, it's going to get highly explosive for somebody. He's going to get highly explosive.
I'm going to go Ravens 3. Ravens 3 and he says.
Ravens by 9. They have trouble putting it in. They move the ball fine, but they have trouble putting it in, and it ends up being a field goal.
Making field goals all damn game. That's fair. Ravens 9 is actually a good
I say 3.
I think ESPN got it at like 4.5 or something stupid.
Is Keenum playing? I don't think what's the name he playing?
Baker Mayfield.
Right. Mark, what you saying the Jets Texans?
I'm gonna stick with the Texans. I'm gonna say the Texans by
you try to sneak.
7.
Texans 10. 7.
No, I'm gonna say Texans by 7.
Alright. And then Browns Ravens, we waiting on Mike Brizzleton and Mark Middleton.
I wanted to go with the Ravens by 7.
Ravens 7.
That's right.
Dirty Birds in the house.
That's right.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Malcolm Middleton, what you got going on over there?
All right, Hollywood.
Yeah. Where you going? Philadelphia by 3, Malcolm?
I thought we already called that game.
Yeah. I didn't know you wasn't going.
Jackass.
Takes one to know one.
You rolling with the squad, or you the op?
He's an op.
He's an op.
Hey, listen, I'm about to HTS his ass.
Yeah.
HTS times up.
Hey, which game are you asking about?
Browns Ravens, Malcolm. Wake
Oh,
up.
I thought I already said. I
Where the hell
thought I
you
already
been?
picked. I'm picking Ravens by 7.
All right. Last game, Rams Packers.
Ooh, spicy chicken.
Packers by 14.
Remember, what's the name be out?
Aaron
Ravens by
Rodgers.
3.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is out.
Mm.
I'm calling Rams by 7 then.
I switched up real quick.
Yeah.
He came hard with the pack. Pack went out.
Yeah.
I'm going Rams 13.
I'm gonna go Rams 10.
Rams 12.
Yeah, we're all around the same
I go
ballpark.
Rams 3. Yeah.
Okay. Mike said Rams 12. Mike Brown said Rams 3.
Yeah.
Bang. All right.
It'll be a good week of football.
Mm-hmm.
Sure will. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on that food, all that jazz.
Yeah, there's playoff contention starting this week. It's week 12. So
I ain't got too much else. You said what?
I said, no, there's playoff every game now going forward, because you only got 5 games left after this week. Everything has playoff implications. So teams that's on the bubble of like that 500 mark, or teams that's like, for instance, my team, like at the top of our division, we have to win at least the next 3 out of 5 to keep at the top, or you're gonna have to fucking go through hell and water to get to the second round of the playoffs.
You gonna go through hell in high water is what
Anyway.
Well, the flip side is that the AFC is so back heavy in terms of divisional games. It's all still up for grabs.
It's fucked up. But them wins is overall wins still going to be the deciding factor. Like, we got to play the Browns twice the next 2 weeks. What was it? Twice the next 3 weeks, and we got to play Steelers twice in the next 5 weeks. Like, this shit is fucking retarded, man.
That's all right. So since I know it's about that time, that's my hit the showers. I'm gonna hit the showers again to whoever is the NFL schedule coordinator. Fire that motherfucker, because there's no fucking reason you should have back-to-back divisional games at the end of the fucking year. Figure this shit out.
Already know.
Especially in the AFC North, when there's 2 out of them all them teams is back-to-back. Cincy, you got Baltimore at the top. And you got motherfucking weak ass Steelers holding on by a thread.
We got to play the Chargers and we got to play Kansas City twice. You know, we're pretty happy.
We've got to play the Patriots twice in 4 weeks. Like, what the fuck?
Right. Matt Jones.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
My hit the showers is going to damn, who was it? The Raiders. They hitting the showers this week.
All of them.
The whole squad, the pick for the interim head coach, everything hit him.
Ever since Al Davis died, man, y'all just been in turmoil.
Shit,
I wouldn't say all that.
Great without there.
Yeah.
Man, I hit the showers.
Okay, my hit the showers. Yes. You want me to go ahead? I'm gonna say Derek Carr. Hit the showers, Derek Carr. You are really, really starting to get on my nerves. Every year ends like this. Every year. Sorry, you guys.
That's Russell. That's Russell, like Malk said.
Yeah. So that's my hit the showers.
Who you got, Les?
Man, your boy, I'm going straight out to LA. I'm going to West Coast. Your boy, number 6, LeBron James. Yo, shout out to him for knocking somebody's eye almost out their socket, trying to box someone out. You know, little rumble
on purpose.
Little rumble in the palace. Took 15-minute intermission on the game because Cuz kept trying to charge.
He should have swung on him when he had the chance.
That's what I was saying. Beat up. And then your boy Anthony Davis. Shout out to Anthony Davis. He act like he was about to do something. And then his girlfriend put him on, not girlfriend, porn star put him on Twitter like he ain't about shit. Yeah, it was fun.
Where'd that come from?
Listen, Peter Parker and Venom over here.
Yeah.
Hey, my hit the showers is going to Dallas because it's always fuck Dallas. I need them to lose. They don't get no turkey tomorrow. Go home, hit the showers. None of that.
Oh, it is a turkey leg day, ain't it?
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones go home upset. I want him to spit his dinner out.
I need Renfro or
Edwards. Brian Edwards.
Nah, he ain't gonna get it.
What about Zay Jones?
Renfro, Waller, or what's his name? Jacobs.
Oh yeah.
They can't. Carr can't get it. Carr can't get the turkey leg. I'll be upset.
Yeah.
I'll be upset.
That.
Huh?
Yeah. I would be too. Yeah.
Does anybody have anything to take us out?
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day, fella. Y'all enjoy y'all families and stuff,
Eat
man.
responsibly.
Yeah. I'll let y'all the next time, bro.
We out. We catch y'all Saturday.
All right, peace out, bro.
Peace.